Well, let's call the meeting to order, please. Welcome all, and let's stand and united. We'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Kelly, would you do the roll call, please?
Mr. Lewis.
Present.
Jessica Sheets.
Present.
Rodney Green.
Present.
David Bigelow.
Present.
Donald Delosier. Rodney Eastep.
Present.
Peter Foley.
Present.
Cherie Luke.
Present.
David Reese.
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Excellent. The minutes were distributed. Did anyone have any additions or corrections that they would like to present at this time? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve?
I would move to accept the minutes.
Second.
Approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
A motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, well, we welcome the public, and this is an opportunity for the public to contribute to our discussion. Does anyone from the public have anything to present at this time? Okay, we'll let the record show that no comments were received, and I do not believe we have a county commissioner present, correct? So we'll skip over that, and moving right along. Staff level reviews.
I'm going to fill in here this morning for Mackenzie, who's not here today on vacation, well deserved. And Rhonda's going to just roll through the screen here for me. But these were all consent items, as you all know. And so, again, I'm just going to read through them, but we've already offered. We're missing something? Okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
Wes's seat is up here
Yeah.
today.
Anyhow, you can see the items up there. City of Altoona, the Fleming Minor Division, 8th Avenue, and the City of Altoona also Pressler and Tomasetti lot line adjustments, South 12th Street. The City of Altoona, the Star Storage Partners LLC lot consolidation on 6th Avenue, and then also Logan Township, Coleman and Percy subdivision is the lot merge on Grandview Road. Woodbury Township, the Broombaugh subdivision on Sanctuary Lane, and then also Woodbury Township, the Heinisch subdivision on Clover Creek Road. Again, those are consent items, but if you have any questions, if not, they would really need a motion to approve those.
Motion to approve the consent level items.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Go to the next screen again. Again, these were staff level reviews under the clearinghouse. Again, for the city Altoona Water Authority, where we are, 13th Street. Water main relocation is a utility line stream crossing permit application. Then also, just for the record, there were letters of support for PADEP. They're all for that for US EPA Brownfield State Response as a grant application. EPA Voluntary School and Child Care Lead Testing Reduction Grant, again, application for $861,000. A Brownfield State Response Program, another grant application filed for $936,116. Another non-paint source implementation grant application, and that's for $7,942,884. And then finally, we also had a EPA Coastal Zone Management Grant application for $2,084,000. So again, those are under the clearinghouse, but we would also need a motion for those items.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I believe that concludes the development applications and clearinghouse items. Administrative items. Rod, do you have any report for us?
Really, I don't, other just to say that obviously we're heading into summer months here, and again, I want to thank the staff as an acting director. I've been in the office frequently, and just everything. They've been very helpful. I know we've gone through our budget preparations, a lot of information from the staff, very helpful on that, as well as other administrative items. So I just want to publicly thank them again for all their help.
Excellent. I concur. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to ask for a brief pause. We'll try to make this as quickly as possible, but still to get business conducted, we're going to ask the board to enter an executive session, and then we will return as promptly as possible for those of you that are here that would be waiting for us to return. And if there are those present that are not interested to stay, feel free to be excused at this time, but we will reconvene. Okay, we will reconvene. And Rod, would you mind leading us through?
So we have, next item would be the budget.
And do we need a motion to reconvene? Or is just the official tap of the gavel? Okay, so we are officially reconvened.
So before we would get into the rest of the agenda item, we do want to add some agenda items, so we would need a motion first to amend the agenda.
I'll move to
Second.
amend the agenda.
Second.
Motion and second to amend the agenda.
And we want to add an agenda item, first off, to approve a compensation plan document for the planning director position. We would also like to add an agenda item for the motion to hire Blair County Planning Director. And then we would also have a motion or an agenda item to accept the resignation of the treasurer and a board member. And also, under the agenda, we have on the current agenda already, we have election of officers. At that time, we'll take care of fulfilling all the officers' offices. Okay. So the next item would be the budget on the agenda. And so the board members have all had a chance to review the operating budget for 26-27 from July 1, 2026 through June 30. And as listed on your agenda, following adoption of this meeting be effective. The fee schedule also, the operating budget, establishment of staff salaries is included. We also want to take care of election of officers and just a letter authorizing officers as signatories. Are there any questions about those items?
Does anyone present need a copy of the proposed budget? Do you have a copy, Walt? Okay, so yeah, would you pass that to Walt, please?
Make a motion to adopt the presented budgets.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the proposed budget. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Any other discussion on the budget at this time? Jim? At this time, recognizing that we've had a somewhat of a transition of leadership in the commission itself and of staff, we did not propose to make any changes to the fee schedule from the prior year, but it is certainly something that I think we want to take a good look at over these next 6 months and to determine if those fees are appropriate, if they need changed in any way. So it was kind of a little bit of a scramble to get the budget together in the transition that we're under. So we didn't want to change anything without taking some time to change things. So at this time, the fee schedule is not proposed to be changed. But recognizing that we should look at it closer. Are there other questions on the budget proposed? think we could note in the budget that's presented, we did receive a renewal of staff health insurance that we currently are utilizing Weber Associates as our broker. UPMC is the provider. The actual increase of cost was approximately 14%, and in continuing that same level of benefits to our staff without reducing the benefits, without reducing or increasing their risk, we are requiring a premium share of approximately $51 per pay that the employees would now be contributing to the health insurance itself. In the past calendar year, that was not the case. So the health insurance that is budgeted does reflect an increase, but it also reflects a premium share by the participating employees. The other thing that is addressed in that budget is essentially cost of living increases to the employees, current employees that are with us. So we do have a ranging from 3 to 5% cost of living increase. So.
The budget that, I'm sorry.
Sure.
The budget that you're adopting today, was that advertised?
Rhonda, do you know, was the budget advertised or in any way, or is it supposed to be advertised? Or
I believe that, my understanding was that when it is adopted, that's when it's advertised, but I am not there.
okay, so
Under the Sunshine Act, you have a duty to,
Prior to the adoption.
prior to the adoption, it has to be advertised in the newspaper of general circulation. I believe it's probably 20 or 30 days, I'm not exactly sure of the exact language, but I think it's 30. 30, so it's 30. So, I mean, just bringing that to
Yeah,
your attention.
that's a legitimate question, maybe something that we weren't aware of or weren't prepared for. Do you have a feel, Rod, as to how to respond to that? Should we have a motion and a second to approve? I guess the question would be is we would need to post it regardless, probably.
You can't adopt it without posting, or without, if we're required to advertise, which I believe we are. I'll amend my motion to approve the proposed budget for advertisement for the prescribed amount of period, or prescribed amount of time.
And we had a second, that was your second, Dave. So, and you would agree to that amendment?
Absolutely.
So, okay, so the motion has been amended that we would, the budget that's now proposed would be advertised, and that we would formally present that for adoption in the next meeting.
And unfortunately, our solicitor's not here today. I mean, we can double check with them and see if there's any other remedy for that.
I
Yeah.
don't think the commission to open themselves up.
That seems like a reasonable
Yeah.
request regardless, so I think that, any other discussion? On that basis, we would be ultimately not formally approving this budget today. We're approving its advertisement.
It's a reasonable remedy. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. Thank you, and thank you, Henry.
Todd, I would just recommend we check with the solicitor, but that also has to be available for public inspection for 20 days after advertising. You have to advertise, I think, 7 days before public inspection.
I just wasn't aware that would apply to us. I know for all the municipalities that's true. But I didn't know that we were covered by the same municipal law. That's why I went.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I just.
You don't remember advert-
publicizing our budget. I
No,
remember
that's why
that in the law.
I'm bringing, that's why I'll say we missed it, so to speak, because we're not covered by the same municipal
Yeah, we're not under the same
Yeah.
at
municipal
all.
requirements.
That's, yeah.
I don't think what we did hurts in any way, shape, or form, and we do have a public office. So I think that, Rhonda, if you don't mind having copies of this budget available for the public, if somebody wants to stop in and request a copy, you can give them a copy. And really for any of the municipalities present, if you want to take a copy with you, we'll give you a copy today. So
We can post it on the website.
Yeah, we could do that also.
I think that's a good idea.
That'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
thank you.
And again, and if we find out that we're not required to advertise, then we'll still take a ratification vote at the next meeting.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sounds great.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Comments appreciated.
Good questions.
And really, Jim, as it relates to your question of fee schedule, if there are municipalities that aren't aware or would like a copy of the fee schedule, I'm sure that is available as well. So it hasn't changed,
It's on
but
the
I was gonna say it's on the website.
yeah, it hasn't changed, but it's available. So next item.
Do we want to do election of officers while we're on that?
I think we should wait and delay that
Okay,
until we.
that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Then we want to do, we'd like to have a motion to approve what we are calling the Planning Director Compensation Plan document.
So the executive committee put together a planning director compensation plan. And I'll just review it very quickly for those present that don't have a copy or that haven't seen this. The terms and conditions of this plan should be in effect beginning July 12th, 2026, and shall remain in effect until modified or rescinded. The employee covered by the plan shall be the planning director. The director salary would be listed at $95,000, prorated for the remaining portion of the calendar year. Fringe benefits should be subject to terms and conditions outlined in the employee handbook. And if there were a spouse to be covered through a planning director hire, the additional premium share for that spouse would be deducted from the employee. So the commission itself is at this time not proposing to pay for spousal coverage. We would cover the spouse if need be, but the cost of that spouse would be borne by the employee. Leave time is presented as an accrual. This is not directly related to our current handbook. This is a separate leave time that relates to the planning director, and it's an accrual based on years of service and an accrual rate per payroll. So essentially hours per pay, which essentially relate to 3 weeks for the first 1 or 2 years of service, 4 weeks for 3 to 9 years of service, and 5 weeks if that planning director were to be employed over 10 years. The leave time cannot be utilized during the first 90 days of employment without prior approval. And if the director would desire to use more than 5 consecutive days, such an absence must be approved by the Planning Commission Board. And the retirement benefits would also fall into the employee handbook prescribed same percentages at 6% as the other staff. So that's the planning director compensation plan. Do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
A motion.
I'll second it.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Anyone have any discussion or questions about the plan as I described it, or other questions? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Now, we would like to have a motion to take formal action to employ a planning director.
Mr. Chairman, it would be my honor to make the motion to hire Jessica M. Sheets as the planning director of the Blair County Planning Commission.
Thank you, Peter. We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Sheree, a second. Any discussion onto the motion to hire Jessica Sheets as the planning director?
Just again, to add that as the compensation plan document that we just approved, that the salary would be $95,000 along with benefits as provided in that plan, and the start date would be effective July 12, 2026.
Jessica, if this motion passes, would you be willing to accept that position?
Yes.
Okay, so pending approval, we would have a planning director. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, well, welcome, Jessica. Congratulations. Oh, okay, so Jessica's sliding a letter across the desk. It's scary, we just hired her and she's sending me a resignation already. But this happens to be her resignation of the board of directors. So as of a few minutes ago, she was a board member and also the treasurer, and she's resigning from the board and the office of treasurer, and she includes, I want to thank you, everyone, and I look forward to the future endeavors. So, do we have a motion to approve her resignation?
So,
Dave
second.
and Peter. Okay, very good. Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Just for the record, I abstained from the contract
Uh-huh.
because it's a
Thank you.
conflict.
Okay, would you mind making that in the notes? Thank you. And you probably also abstained from your own hire, I assume.
That's correct.
Two abstained. Okay.
We still have a quorum.
Mr. Secretary, next item.
Next item then would be, I mean, really, we want to do all the officers at once, or do you want to do the treasurer separate?
We might as well do them,
As a group. Nomination.
whatever you would prefer. We can do them one at a time. It doesn't matter, so.
Well, we're required to, again, election of officers, and we would like to have nominations for the president and the secretary and the treasurer. At this time, we could take them separately or as a group.
Nominate Todd Lewis for president.
Second.
Are there any other nominations for president at this time?
Move to close the nominations.
Second.
So with one nomination and nominations closed, I think Todd Lewis will be your president for the year to come. Moving on to the office of secretary.
I nominate Rodney Green for secretary.
Second.
Motion and second. Are there other nominations for the
Motion to
position of
close.
secretary?
Second.
No other nominations. We have a motion to close nominations and a second.
Second.
All those in favor of accepting Rodney Green as the nominated secretary, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And the office of treasurer.
I nominate Sherry Luke to be treasurer.
Second. Motion.
A motion and a second. Are there other nominations?
I didn't catch the second.
Oh, David
Second.
Reese. Yep. So we have a motion by Peter and a second by David Reese. Are there any other nominations for the office of treasurer?
Move to close nominations.
Second.
Motion to close by David Bigelow and second by Peter. All those in favor of closing nominations and accepting Cherie Luke as our treasurer?
Aye.
And opposed? Okay, very good. Well, we want to thank each of those members for their willingness to serve and look forward to a new good year. And thank you for those who have served in our past year. Next,
That should be it then. Those additional items.
so we have signatories potentially, which generally are our executive committee. I don't know if we generally want a motion to that effect or need anything to that effect. You know,
Last year was the first year that this was added as part of the new year. So you would just need a motion that there be a letter sent to the bank, whoever you're having as signatories.
Was Dave a signatory before?
he was.
He was.
I just asked if Jessica be added to that signatory list.
I'm on.
She
She's
was
already there
on
as treasurer.
as treasurer.
Just need to add-
So we do have a requirement that checks are to be doubly signed. Currently, Jessica, as the former treasurer, is a signatory, and that could continue if we would so choose. And Rod indicated, Estep indicated he would like to see that continue. The other typically signatories would be at least the president and the secretary, but in this instance, we could add, if we would like to add Cherie as a signatory, just an authorized signatory, that one, or at least one of the three.
We should add Curtis.
Yes.
So do we have a motion to formally approve signatories? And please list them by name if you would make that motion.
I'll make a motion that the executive committee, Todd Lewis, Rodney Green, Sheree Luke, and adding in Jessica Sheets as the authorized signatories for our banking matters.
Very good. That's a motion.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, excellent. Making good progress today. Are there other items that from the amended agenda that we want to address at this time? On our original agenda, at this time, we have Planning Commissioners Forum. This would be just sort of general discussion of any commissioners present. Anyone have anything that they'd like to add at this time to our meeting or to our minutes? I would add one thing that, and this was at least mentioned prior, but with the hire of Jessica Sheets as our planning director, again, I'd like to thank and formally thank our staff of Rhonda Kelly, Wes Burkett, Mackenzie Karen for bringing us through, most recently an interim period, and we look forward to a new good year together with a director in place. So,
And I would echo that. Good job.
Thank you.
And on behalf of Mackenzie, I'm sure, thanks also.
it's probably worth putting in the notes that our municipality members have been rather patient with us through a transition period, and I know there's only a few present, but for really to all of the municipalities, we serve you, and we do appreciate the patience, and we do look forward to a good, healthy, strategic year to come. So, questions from the media?
Yeah, I got a couple today. Does anybody want to make a comment on why you guys decided to hire Jessica for the position?
I would comment on that. Jessica Sheets has 25 to 30 years experience with municipal governments, with planning departments throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. She brings that wealth of experience to Blair County. She's a long time and will be forever a Blair County resident, which gives us the luxury of having the director, bringing the director on board that will be here in Blair County and serving Blair County for as long as she chooses to do so. And she was appointed to the the planning commission initially by the Blair County Commissioners because of their knowledge of her experience and competence in her ability to serve. So the board felt that we, since Jessica was interested in the position, that we could move forward quickly and get an administrator and a planning director on board as quickly as possible. And that serves all of the municipalities and taxpayers that put money toward the planning commission in the best way possible.
Okay, let's see what else do I need. Jessica, do you mind commenting publicly how you feel about this position, why you wanted to do it?
I enjoy a challenge, and I'm excited to look for the future endeavors of what we can do with Blair County. I think there's a lot on the horizon. And it's important that we move in a more positive, progressive pathway for the citizens that live here.
Can anybody, how long is contract, is it a one-year contract, or is it multi-years?
It's a continuous contract. The compensation plan is just, it is in place, it gets reviewed every year, but
Okay.
it is a continuous contract.
And can anybody tell me how many people maybe applied for the job or were interviewed?
We went through a review process of how we wanted to do the search. When we felt that we had a very qualified individual, such as Jessica, we decided to move ahead with a more detailed interview process with that individual. We chose not to do a widespread advertisement process because having such a qualified individual available to us. If we had not been satisfied with that, we would have continued with a more what I call traditional search process.
Thank you. Oh, Jessica, what's your present position right now?
Business Development Manager,
At which business?
Mountain Research.
No, okay, thank you. Thank you, that's good.
Any other questions?
No, that's good, that's.
Okay. Hearing none, just some brief announcements. We look forward to the 4th of July observance, July 3rd. The office will be closed. There are some workshops mentioned. July 21st, PennDOT Highway Performance Monitoring System Workshop, and July 21st, again, Vulnerable Road Users Safety Assessment Meeting. The next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, July 30, here at the Water Authority, 8:30 a.m. And at that time, we will review and present the proposed budget for formal approval. Anything else for the good of the order today?
Yeah, I think, should we see how we appoint another member to the commission, since she's,
We've
We'll
notified
notify the
Commissioner
commissioners.
Webster
Yeah.
of what was going to transact, and that the commissioners would need to appoint a representative from Region 3, Logan Township.
and my next comment would be what Todd had said about letting the municipalities know when the newsletter goes out, which I know you're keeping municipalities better informed. Just what you said there about thanking municipalities that we're going to move forward in a better, what you just said there before there about letting municipalities know that we're trying to get back on the right track, and everything you had said there. That is.
Yeah, it would make sense, Dawn. That's a really good suggestion, that probably our commission, at least from the executive committee, where we could list all the commissioners, should really send an announcement to the municipalities announcing that we've hired a new director and welcoming her. So I think we can work on that.
Yes.
Get that out. It's a good idea.
We'll get an email out to everyone.
Excellent.
Great idea.
And I think it would be a good idea just to let each one of the municipalities know who the representative from their region is, because a lot of them do not.
Yeah, good idea.
We can have our contact information
we went out to our public outreach.
They don't pay attention.
They won't pay attention to this.
Hard to
meeting,
argue
so
with
it doesn't
that.
matter.
Yeah, well, we can
Just
certainly
let them
send
know.
that letter on behalf of the commission, and we can list all the commissioners on that letter, so that would be nice, united front, so. Okay, do we,
Most of the, let's say their liaison, for each municipal group was at the municipal outreach meetings.
excellent. Thank you. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
David,
Second.
and David second. Very good. All those in favor
Hi.
and opposed? Okay, very good. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience today, all present.